welcome back to Crochet at my house. It's been another busy week. I've actually got a lot of crochet done though. So I think I'll start off with some finished objects, which I kind of have a few this time, which is kind of impressive. So first of all, you may recognise this book here. This is the Whimsical Stitches book, and I have been making this duck. It was a fairly easy project and not too many pieces. So the separate pieces is the wings and the feet and the beak. You sew all these on, but the body itself is all one piece. It's looking super cute. I used googly eye safety eyes. The little blue bit on the wing is just some X stitches you sew on, and these little orange feet. So that's the duck. That's the first finished object. The second one is, you may remember these. I've shown them multiple times because I've kind of been working on them for a while. These are the lace socks I was making. Now I will take some pictures so you can see the colours better, because these socks never want to show the colours very well. But it's blue, teal, then it kind of goes to pink, and then ends with a bit of purple, which the pink and the purple seem to be showing up better than some of this here. And there's that one. I think these turned out super cute, and they weren't too difficult to make. I really like this heel. It's a nice tidy heel, and it doesn't have any odd bits, so when you put it on it looks like I think you would think socks should look. And the last thing that I've got finished is, you may remember this, might help if I take it out. This here, this is the Nativity Advent Calendar. Well, I finished the background ages ago, and so I've been working on some of the smaller pieces. You've seen some of them before. They're not all finished, the smaller pieces. One of them's a work in progress. So I've made this one. Lots of pieces. We've got 2 palm trees. And I've made most of a wise man. He's still got a ways to go, but it's the basic body part. I've still got a bunch of little people body parts to make, because they all start out like this and then you add things to make them look like whatever. So that's the wise man that I've done. The one that I finished this week is right here. It's cute little donkey. I really liked making this. This was actually super easy. The legs you do as a sort of puff stitch on the round, and then you just go around after it. Same for the back legs. Then the tail, once you've sewn off and like shut in the back end, you chain out and do this tail. And for these up here, these little ears, you just pull a piece of yarn through, chain up, and do a couple of stitches, pop it back in. Same on the other side, and ta-da! And then of course you've got the little rose bits and the eye. Now I think it turned out really nicely, and it was really easy to make. So I'm going to be hopefully working on the calendar a little bit more, because obviously this is the start of August. I think we're on the 2nd. Anyway, we're in August now, and that means summer's kind of coming to an end and we're heading towards the seasons at the end of the year. So if I hurry up and get them done, they'll be ready. I won't have to run around like some sort of headless chicken trying to figure out if I've got everything ready. So that's all of my finished objects. I did start something this week, but I also just worked on things. So I guess I'll show what I've been working on. This here is the block shawl, and also known as the Call the Midwife baby blanket. I have been working on the vintage peach section. I think I've done about 2 rows of it. So that row and this row, which is almost finished. I think I will get another stripe out of each of them, and then I'll have to figure out what I'm doing from there, because that's about the amount of yarn I've got. Other thing I've been working on, I didn't start too long ago. I started it when we had the super hot weather, which it's still warm, but it's not that crazy hot weather that we've been having. So this is a shawl. I think it was Trillium shawl. It'll be linked down below like everything else, so that'll tell you what it is. But this is what it looks like. We've got a couple of these little shapes that you put in. And I think I'm on around about row 53 or something like that. So I'm starting to get closer to the colour change. You do all the way to row 81 in just this colour, and then you have a section where you start doing different colours. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be pretty. And the last thing I've done is I started a thing out of this book. So this is Tiny Crochet Charms. I got it kind of a while ago. I will try and link it down below if I can find it. I'll show you what I've seen. So this here is a picture of what I've started. It's a fish and it has these sequins on the side. So I started it and I thought it would be an interesting thing to do. With the sequin part is a little bit of a pain. As you can see here, there are sequins on what I'm using. This is kind of embroidery floss stuff, the kind of thing you use for cross stitch and stuff like that. So that's what I'm using. I think it does say on the packet what size it was, but I had thread on all these sequins, which are all blue and gold. And the way I did that is I got a needle that was just a tiny bit bigger than the hole and just kind of forced them down over it, which takes quite a while, but I got it done. I have actually finished one side, so this is the finished side. So you can see there's the sequins and their blue and gold colours, and then the body colour's purple. I think it's looking really pretty. I haven't done anything with sequins before, so it was interesting. I had to figure out how you do the stitch to keep the sequin on, and I watched a tutorial on YouTube, which I may also link down below if I can find it again. But basically what I was doing was it was all single crochet, so you did one single and then you put your hook into the next stitch, but you didn't yarn over to make the single, you just put it through the stitch and you had the loop that was already there. Then you brought up the sequin and made it sit flat against the fabric that you made, and then you pulled up a loop and finished your single, and that's how it got secured. I think there may be other ways to do something like that, but that's just the way I found to do it when I was looking. My question for today is, when do you start making things for, say, Christmas? How how far back do you start to make ahead? Or some other season, if you want to mention another season, like Easter or something. I kind of vary when I start. It depends on what I'm making. If I'm making a really big gift, say a blanket or a cardigan, something that takes quite a bit of time, I will usually start around about the end of August-ish or before. But if it's something smaller, like say mittens or a hat, I might start those around September or November, because they don't take as long, and so I can make them quite a bit faster. And of course, I do sometimes make little things during December, or finish things during December if they've been a long project. So remember and like, comment and subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications every time I put up a video.